Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's another Ascension 17 Watcher run. Let's take a moment, sit up straight, crack the knuckles, and see if we can't make a victory happen here today. Remove 2 cards for 6 HP. Is that worth it? To like remove like 2 defends so that you have a very aggressive deck that's more likely to kill things? Is that worth it? We could take a random colorless card, but it might just be nothing that we really want to see. Or we could take potions and then start using potions very aggressively. I feel like removing 2 cards is fine. But admittedly, I don't know. Remove Eruption and Vigilance, says Jet Jaguar. I'd rather not. Something tells me that that's probably not the meta, but I suppose I don't know for certain. Okay, well, next turn I know what we're drawing. It's called No Defends, so let's get ready to pop on this guy. I don't think we can kill him, but oh man, him not attacking is phenomenal. He's dead. Could be Apotheosis. It could be, probably not. Evaluate. Flying Sleeves, Third Eye. I think probably a Third Eye is the best out of those because you can, you know, scry your draw. Sure, 50-50. 1 max HP per combat. So that will very easily pay for Niao. For the card removal, all we gotta do is survive a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that turnout. And we have 2 strikes in the deck still, so that's an easy kill. Flying Sleeves Sanctity follow-up. We did remove 2 blocks, so adding 2 blocks does seem pretty nice, but I think honestly just taking the first retain card might be for the best, because then we can just, you know, retain and attack. We will take 1 damage if we defend, or if we Eruption Strike, we won't get a kill. If we, okay, what if we Vigilance Miracle Eruption? What's happening? 8 block. Eruption does 9. Strike kills you. You're gonna do 12. Defend gives us the block, you're dead next turn. So Vigilance, Miracle, Eruption, Strike, Defend, take no damage and kill him on the next turn. Glad I thought about it for a second because I was about to take 1 damage. Swivel Empty Body Flying Sleeves. I don't think we need a second Flying Sleeves. An Empty Body is pretty good though, so that we can actually exit. Oh no. I hate these guys. I hate these guys. I've added 4 cards. I've added 3 cards, and you're gonna give me the 5 slime fight. At least it's not the gremlins, but this might be worse. We're gonna be weak next turn too. Like, I think that's the best way of doing it. Darnunu says, I meet the 5 slimes every run, I think. I usually don't find the slimes that often, but when I do find them, it's at the worst moments. Which is all the time. Reach Heaven, Bowling Bash, Flying Sleeves. Bowling Bash is very good. 52 HP is pretty decent. Let's get that Eruption upgrade. And fight our first elite, Gremlin Knob. I love getting that Eruption turn 1. We have to do 50 damage. Can we do it with 3 energy? 6, 14, 20 times 2, 40. I can't kill you next turn, I don't think. We're not on Ascension 18, so his first attack is gonna be, what is it, 16 damage? So it's actually gonna be 32 damage. Really, I'm just trying to decide when I want a miracle. Do I want a miracle right now for the Third Eye Scry, or do I want to miracle on the next turn when I can maybe strike, 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 empty body? I suppose we'd rather do it now because it's a skill. And we can try to get as many attacks in hand as possible. And then hopefully as soon as we hit Eruption, we can kill this guy. Unless we can kill him right now. 8, 7, 15, not even close. Let's Vigilance, and then just wait. Is his normal attack 6? On Ascension 18, he starts doing 8 damage with vulnerability on turn 1, but on Ascension 17 and below, his first attack is just the normal attack. Kunai! Well, now, like a Flying Sleeves, not Flying Sleeves, a Flurry of Blows could be interesting to constantly be attacking. I do like a Talk to the Hand, though. And with 30 HP, if we rest, we could probably fight 2 elites. I'm just looking ahead. It's gonna be a long path. We might be able to get there. Letter Opener for 5 damage. There's a lot of combats where a little bit of extra damage could help a lot. But like Mercury Hourglass is so much better than Letter Opener. Do we really need it? Not for the Watcher. We're doing so much damage with burst attacks. 5 damage is kind of insignificant, I think. Unless you're fighting the sentries. And then I would prefer to have that, definitely, but this is fine. Let's take none. We could have taken 1 if we attacked, but... So 9 plus 14. Well, let's run the math differently. 7, 11, 17 damage. So we could do 31 damage plus 9. I don't think we're killing you. But we do have an empty body, so we should still erupt. We are killing you. My math was way wrong. Oh, because it's 4 damage twice, not 4 damage. That's where my mistake came in. Master Reality. We don't create any cards, but if you ever have card creation, this is a fantastic choice. I think it's probably not worth anything right now, though, so I kind of don't want to take it, but it is rare. Any retain card that you create, a smite, a safety, an insight, being upgraded is pretty sweet. It also works with Dead Branch if you get it. I mean, we could always just upgrade it, and then it's worth playing at the very least if it shows up. I'm gonna take it for later, but I don't think it's any good now. Although I suppose we could get a colorless potion that's upgraded. So you know what? Add a random colorless card to your hand that's gonna be upgraded. Is that good? I don't know. Master Reality Magnetism actually seems like it's pretty decent. Well, the Dark Shackles maybe not so much, but... I don't know. It's weird. It's very strange. Would Burns be upgraded? No, I don't think so. I assume not. Dude, Mayhem is very good here. I'll be honest. I'm gonna kill you so I don't get dazed. Secret technique, put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. What skill would we want? I mean, probably a vigilance or a basic defend. We only have 4 skills in the draw pile. If we pick up a vigilance, we could erupt, but is it really worth it? Maybe. Maybe. Let's do a little bit of extra damage on that turn. Mayhem alone makes magnetism worth it. It does get rid of a daze, but it's not the most amazing. Violence is probably not what we want here. Although, unfortunately, we are going to take damage because we have no blocks. Honestly, I will do it. We'll just retain Flying Sleeves. So how much damage can we do here? 22 plus 6? Not even close. This was a good fight except for this turn. That is the worst turn. What hit you? Oh, it was just a strike. I couldn't remember what the sound effect for that was. It was just a clunk. Those are the next, that's the next turn? That's a great turn. That was must have been a daze. Put a skill from your draw pile into your hand. There were 2 perseverances? Okay, well. Like, I don't know. Such a strange, like, situation that's happening here. I mean, that's a great combination. I would love it if we could get magnetism in this deck now. What's the second relic? That's Kunai. This is Face of the Cleric. Every combat, you get 1 max HP. It's pretty good. All right, you're dead finally. Toxic Egg? By the way, Toxic Egg? Extremely great. Now, I don't really want to become cursed, so I will just take free gold, and we will fight Lagavulin. I feel like this is not the turn you want to wake him up on. I really want to talk to the hand first and get a few retained cards in hand, like Master Reality, Insight, get that Insight in hand. And then we'll awaken him later once we can attack to get block. That's what I feel like. Because if we Eruption, you know, how much damage are we really doing on this turn? So strike, gain a little bit of dex, dump the defend, dump the... Well, the strike is actually pretty useful. Need to get that Talk to the Hand upgraded. So I do think we play a Master Reality. I think I'll take 1 damage. Because we get these sweet insights now. Gain dex. Let's, do we want to strike again? Let's save that miracle. We'll gain another point of dex. And Talk to the Hand is not being reduced by any of our stats, so it's actually a very good card to have, or a very great effect to have. Let's also do, is that 6, 11, 17 times 2, 34, plus 8, 42, not enough. So I'm just going to hit you for block. I will play the miracle now. This seems like a pretty good run right now. This is 8 block. If we get more Talk to the Hands, you know, it's very easy for us to gain dex and also gain block just by attacking. Stone Calendar is very good. Wave of the Hand is very good. This is a great... It feels like a great run. It feels like a great run. What do we need next turn? I'll keep Empty Body. So you're gonna be weak forever. We're currently weak ourselves. 20 damage. Take none. He's got a great run! Indeed. Let's hold on to the Insight until we shuffle, because we really need to get that Eruption. So we'll Third Eye. Did draw it. Now can we get a kill, though? literally exact lethal, so that's fantastic. Pressure points, fasting, indignation. We don't really need dex gain with fasting because we have kunai. Indignation is a good way of going into wrath and also applying vulnerability. I do enjoy having this card, and it being upgraded is kind of nice. Could also go pressure points. Probably not worth it. I also love fasting, but for now, let's just go with that indignation, and we'll see what happens with that. Let's get that talk to the hand upgraded. Fasting is in a lot of my runs, fasting has been a part of it, which is why I like the card. I don't know how useful it's going to be here. Okay, well, we're essentially doing no damage. But hey, there's talk to the hand. We can't exit stance, but it doesn't matter. Hitting for 18 damage. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep hitting you. I know we're not really blocking that much, but I want to get the damage done whenever we have the opportunity to attack 3 times. And I mean, you're taking a lot of damage, Hexaghost. You're probably not long for this world. That vulnerability has been lasting a long time. A long time! Well, now you're hitting for 24. That's just rude. What's coming up? Eruption. Next turn's not a big hit. It's a single hit. Oh, you know what? This is Stone Calendar doing 52 damage. Can we kill with 36 damage on top of that? Almost certainly. So, goodbye. For once I actually recognize that we had Stone Calendar. Alpha, Ragnarok, Lesson Learned. Don't you think Lesson Learned is very good here? Yeah, the skills are going to be upgraded, but we have cards that need to be upgraded ourselves. And if we take Fusion Hammer, this is a good time for it. Our deck was pretty strong, so let's take that. I will probably still take Cursed Key, even though, you know, it's a little early for it. We have to remove, like, we have to remove at least 2 curses. That's it. That's a pretty easy negative to get around. And I like the run. I like the deck. We're a little bit offensively weak. We're kind of relying on Talk to the Hand to give us a lot of block so that we can be a little bit more aggressive, but we have no retain attacks except for Flying Sleeves, which is, you know, a weak common retain. So if we can get more, we'll be very happy. There is an elite skip path if we really want it. I would probably be more interested in going to a shop and then fighting elite, and then maybe having to fight more elites in the future. We have an opportunity for 3 on this path, which I kind of like. And we don't really need to upgrade that much because we have, you know, upgrade cards in our deck. Well, we definitely do not want to end turn in Eruption, so why don't we do this, and this. Dump a basic defend. Bum, 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 bum. This run is not as easy as Fusion Hammer with Lesson Learned. Would have been good to have the Fusion Hammer. It's the perfect time for it. We're relying on Abe making damage calculations, says Zero. That's why we are doomed. Doom! Cut. As I punch my microphone. This is unfortunate. In order to make you weak, I do have to play Lesson Learned. So I'm going to play Lesson Learned. It gives us a little bit of block too. Not a very good turn, not a very good set of draw, but you know, that's the luck of the draw. Let's just purge the defend, hold on to the insight. Let's see, 28 HP. Still can't kill you. Kind of annoying. How about now? 8, 8, 6. It's actually not 8, it's gonna be like 9, 9, 6. So, still not enough to kill you, although we will get block, but we're gonna get block anyways, so. Suppose if I used a potion we could have gotten there. Man, we are getting a lot of dazes in that deck. 15. 5. Yeah, this is actually fine. Okay. We need like 2 attacks. Do we even have 2 attacks? I'm sure this will kill. I'm glad I was right. And now we can probably take a fasting. Although a conclude is also wonderful. That's very good damage and very good AoE. But Bowling Bash is kind of AoE. I do feel like a fasting is probably more important just for the raw stats. So even now I'm like, let's drink this. Make him really weak, gain a whole bunch of stats, cost us 1 potion. I can't even do any damage here, so I suppose we'll just evaluate. Now we're down to 3 energy, but all of our attacks are 4 better, all of our blocks are 4 better. It's pretty decent. Just waiting for, you know, the good cards to show up, please. Gonna take another 7 damage. Oh, hey, look! I talked to the hand. Where have you been? All my life. Evaluate wave of the hand, talk to the hand. We need to apply this. I do think it's probably worth another one of these. Keep that weakness up for a little bit longer. We're trying to wait until we can get a good turn. It's taking a while. Man, I can't even do what I need to do, but you know what I can do? Do that. That's pretty decent. We're gonna be letting Stone Calendar kill this guy soon, which is highly unfortunate because I really want Lesson Learned to be a part of the kill. But if it is what it is, whatever. I suppose we didn't take, like, too much damage, I suppose. Although not being able to get the lesson learned there is kind of annoying. Prostrate, just lucky, conclude. Just lucky with fasting is pretty decent. It's also pretty good with kunai. I'll take 1. Windmill Strike, Decay. I think another retain attack would actually hit the spot. Blasphemy is also beautiful. Can we get Blasphemy? No. Got Sash Whip, which I don't even want. Highly unfortunate. Oh, hey, look! The same fight, but harder. Well. I mean, if we did Block Potion, we'd take none, but the Fungi Beast is still alive. Okay, free fasting. Kill on you. Dex up. Take no damage. That was a pretty good Snecko oil potion. I don't want to take 9 damage. Use the potion. We were vulnerable in that. Why were we oh, because we killed that guy, right? Okay. Turns out there was a very clear reason why we were vulnerable on that turn. Well, there's kind of no reason not to play Master, although we only have Evaluate. I think it's still fine. Well, Third Eye dump the... Was it A? We'll dump the Defend and the Eruption. I don't know why I decided to exit my state. Why is there just cancel? Can I cancel, please? Thank you. I had to cancel. I don't know what I was canceling, but... the game was like, you must cancel whatever this is. Oh, thank you. Weak, but we're gonna get enough block. We're actually gonna gain dex, which is nice. Deck looked good before, a bit of a struggle now. It's definitely not as strong as we need it to be. But I'm just kind of trying to survive until we get the piece of the puzzle that we're missing. We're definitely missing something. Does 52 damage. So let's not even hit you. I want to let Stone Calendar hit you and then kill you. I suppose I'm just trying to play like very cautiously and carefully, which I think is a good thing. Like, I'm trying to take a very small amount of damage when possible. Sure, it's a bit of a rough start here, but if we can just add a couple of good cards, maybe even at the shop. The world will be our oyster. We're just gonna stall until we get lesson learned now. Please go away. Add some more of those. I mean, once we get like some decks up, we're fine. You know, it's just, you can't always rely on that happening. Oh, we already used lesson, I've been waiting for lesson learned. We already used it. Oh my God, I am dumb. Okay, Flurry of Blows. I kind of like it for Kunai. Let's take one. Let's go to the shop. We get a toolbox, which is pretty sweet. Whenever you scry, return from the discard to your hand. Just Lucky is a scry, and we also have Third Eye. So I think maybe a Weave is okay. And then I like Meal Ticket for healing, and I kind of like Toolbox. So that's a lot of our gold. And then remove a card and remove a strike. I know we're having like offensive problems, but I don't think you can go wrong removing a strike in the second act. Especially if we keep adding in attacks that we want to replay over and over again. I mean, we only have 2 defends. Where did they go? That's a good point. Where did they go? Oh, right, I removed them with the transformation early. Yeah, so let's buy these. And... give me that Weave. I usually don't take Weave, and I usually don't take Flurry of Blows. That's very good. So I kind of want to see how those cards play with each other if I really try to go and use them. So I think Magnetism, once we play freaking Master of Reality, is hopefully going to be pretty good for us. Let's make everyone weak. Let's work on killing a gremlin. Let's get that magnetism out there. We're going to take damage. I just hope that we don't die in this combat, because I kind of like what we got. So we scried, so we get weave back. Played that a little improperly. Hopefully you're not attacking on this turn, thank you. Next turn we should get empty body, I hope. And Master of Reality. Transmutation, I guess we could wait and then, you know, have this later, or we could play it now. Get 4 random colorless cards that cost 0. I think I'd rather just like attack you and evaluate. You know, I need to kill you at some point, so let's work on that now. Dragonflame, welcome to the stream. How's it going today? You old fart? I don't know. You old dude? Can I kill you guys? I can kill you guys. I think. I can if I do fasting. So let's play fasting. Because then you go, Master of Reality. And then we could draw, I guess, but I kind of like the 2 cards coming up because it can allow us to exit stance if we need to. Draw 2 cards, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. I think that's going to be empty body. So, vulnerability, hit, 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 and you are dead, so let's get to lesson learned. This ended up not going too badly. I have to admit, we didn't really use, you know, our weaves or whatever too much, but I suppose I'll just, like, murder you and keep stalling. Mayhem. Now, unfortunately, I can't play Mayhem because I don't want to accidentally kill the Gremlin Leader. We want to be able to have Lesson Learned do it, and I know I didn't play it this time, so there you go. It upgraded a strike, beautiful. I think another 3rd eye for the Scry is totally acceptable. Let's see what's here. A shop. At least it's healing. Reach Heaven could allow us to hold on to another retain attack. Battle Hymn would have been like the choice though. We are having a bit of a problem doing attacks, but it feels like it's more about cheap, quick attacks that get value out of fasting and talk to the hand instead of like a big retain attack. Rip Ice Cream and Duvu Doll, unfortunately, but to have a through violence that can do 40 damage is pretty good. It's just expensive, but because we have a damage problem, let's take it. Then we could go for another elite fight, but we can't rest beforehand. Let's go to the right path, then we could rest and fight another elite before we fight the boss. We'll, you know, split the difference. Now, fasting is good. Master of Reality saves you 1 energy when you play it. But we don't really create too many cards yet, so let's get that fasting upgraded. 4 strength and 4 dex is pretty good. Well, that's actually quite nice. Unfortunately, it happened a little too late. We should also go to the shop maybe to remove the curse. I don't think we should add Mayhem, because if it hits vulnerability on this guy, we're gonna be in a bad spot. Let's just take a Hand of Greed. Gain the dex, and we could scry. Or do 20 damage. I'm just gonna do 20 damage. Just picked up a card creator. Reach Heaven, I guess, yeah. Although I think the upgrade does like 24 damage, so it's really not a heavy addition. But I guess it's better than nothing. Fasting is definitely still worth playing. It costs us 1 energy, but everything else is going to be better. And you're going to be weak for your big hit, I hope, and that's exactly how that worked out. Now the insights are going to be annoyingly expensive. I guess that's fine. We're going to take 11 damage. I don't know how I feel about this deck. Take 1 damage. Hopefully we draw Eruption. We didn't, but we can still... Oh, we can't get the kill. Really? 18, 18, 36 damage. You're gonna have 2 HP. Well, I guess we'll put up some block. That was a horrible moment for that to happen. You should be dead now, though. 2 HP. That's all the difference was. 2 HP. Do we need another evaluate? Honestly, I'm very happy with insights and scry. I think we do need to rest. Remove a card. I will remove a card. And now that we've done that, let's hit up this question mark. Oh no. The greed is real on this one. Pull a skill from the draw pile, put it in your hand, or draw 3. Selective draw is probably better. What skill would we want, though? Wave of the hand, probably. Just so that we can stack a little bit of weakness. Although Indignation Bowling Bash is pretty decent. How much damage is that? 28 and 20. We can do 48 damage. So I could actually kill one of them. We have 4 energy in hand. So, boom. 28, 48. You're gonna do 28 damage. We'll have 8 block. We can make you weak. So it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. 2 energy. Boom, boom. Weak, 8 block. I hate to say it, but I think that is the best course of action here. We could just stall and play a third eye, but to kill one of them on this turn before they get out of control and start debuffing me is probably better. We will take 13 damage. But you're dead, and I upgrade. Now, cowardice or victory? We have to fight another elite after this. I don't know if we can do victory. I think we have to escape, because if we don't, we have to fight 2 elites, immediately one after each other, on 34 HP. The crappy part about this is that if you say no and you escape, you get nothing. No gold, no card, no relic, nothing. I'm trying to think, how would we handle the fight? Just massive damage on the guy on the right, and then the guy on the left we can slow play. I'm gonna go for it, but I am very worried. Get this out of here. Early dramatic or early discovery? Well, yeah. Early discovery, even though it costs energy. Okay. It's not horrible. Cut through fate, conjure blade, wallop. I mean, wallop is the better card. Although cut through fate will draw another weave. So we'll try it like this. Weave. Third eye. Cut through fate. get that eruption. Eruption, weave, just lucky. Weave, evaluate, and we're gonna try to kill the knob next turn, and we can always bring back cards that we just had. He's actually freaking dead. Excuse me? Okay. Give me the fasting. We're gonna slow play the Taskmaster. We're not on Ascension 18. He doesn't get stronger every turn. Even if he did, we would still probably do it like this. Wave of the hand, talk to the hand, strike. We got a block. We also have a lesson learned coming up, which means we're going to get an upgrade too. All right. Have to admit, extremely happy with the decision. 100 gold, fossilized helix, and meat on the bone. And then let's keep stacking up that max HP. All right, Taskmasters. We kind of just had the fight against these guys 2 seconds ago. We're gonna go for Hand of Greed, because if we can erupt, that's a kill. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen now. 6 energy in hand. What are we not gonna play? Probably a Master Reality. I like this for the decks, and then let's just gain block. I miscounted. We're actually gonna lose the buffer and then take 14 damage. I thought this would actually be enough, but I miscounted. But we got meat on the bone. As long as we live, we're fine. We're happy. Weave is in the discard pile. I mean, Indignation lesson learned is a kill, but Talk to the Hand lesson learned is also a kill. But Just Lucky Weave lesson learned is also a kill. And now it's just you two jokers. And we're taking no damage. Okay. You know, I have to admit, the slow, methodical Slay the Spire has been working to my advantage lately, I feel. And I have to admit, Flurry of Blows and Weave have been pretty decent. Get Down 2000 says, I feel like this character is OP. I feel like this character is hit or miss. Sometimes you have fantastic runs, and sometimes you just can't seem to get your run off the ground at all. Whoops. This run so far has been pretty decent, though. I think, oh, there's no defend. Why is there no defend? Excuse me, no defend? Excuse me, no defend? Well, we're gonna take 7 damage. That's unfortunate. That's just RNG for you, I suppose. Horncleat, second turn, 14 block. Establishment. We only have one retain card that costs more than 1 energy. But wouldn't you rather have Establishment and then add retain cards later? I suppose energy is not really much of a problem right now, although it can be a problem. Inner Peace is also tempting because we only have 1 calm card, Vigilance. To have another one would be kind of nice. Could also allow us to draw more if we need it. Who are you? What's the boss? Oh, the boss is Orb Guy. Orb Guy is kind of a pain in the butt. The thing is, Establishment doesn't do anything on its own. What about a halt? Does it work on Through Violence? Through Violence is already free. You know, we have Insights, those are free. Through Violence is already free. The only thing that's not free is Flying Sleeves. So right now, this saves us 1 energy, but it costs 1 energy, so it's a net neutral. Halt, I usually don't take, but to be able to erupt, block, and then exit is good, and I think this also gains additional bonuses from Dex, because you get the Dex bonus twice. So maybe a halt is in order. I am gonna rest, because I would like to live. So let's see what happens here on the Bronze Automatons. Good Instincts, Flash of Steel, Purity. I suppose we want Flash of Steel because it will work with Kunai. We could Indignation immediately, although that is kind of scary. It's probably not really worth doing. Flash of Steel can draw Fasting on turn 1, which I think is very good. If we leave Vigilance there, we can always exit Wrath State on the future turn. It doesn't feel like there's any point doing this, but like it's slightly more damage, I suppose. I guess. And then we can just Vigilance now. Or like, you know, straight up murder one of these guys. 22 damage 3 times. That is enough to kill. And then if we block, I think we take none. And I actually think I will Miracle just for the Dex. It's probably not the best turn for it, but... Oh, you took my Weave, huh? It's funny that that is the best card in my deck at this point, huh? Man, I really want to hit Talk to the Hand on the Automaton, so I'm not even going to play it. I know it will cost us 1 Dex, but I really want to apply that. So yeah, this is more block than we lose being in the stance. So we're definitely gonna erupt here. And if we can gain Dex first, we might as well. And I know we're going to because of the Weave. It's 38 block. We're taking no damage. That's very good. Now we do have to exit soon, and there is an empty body for that. I suppose we could also just Third Eye and take a look. I think we want the Defend in the draw pile. But let's dump it. We have other defends. We do have a Wave of the Hand. We do have a Vigilance. Dump the Eruption. That's fine. I kind of want to dump Master Reality so it's out of here forever, but... Is there any reason to exit state? We'll get 1 Flurry of Blows. Strike is worth 20. I mean, we're gonna draw Vigilance, so we're gonna be able to exit this. Let's do it like this. Because I'm thinking 106. You know what? Why exit this state, actually? Why not just stay here and smack this guy, because we have buffer. Well, beautiful. Now we can make you vulnerable, hit you again. We take no damage because of the buffer that we managed to somehow hold on to. Okay. Also, that halt is worth 34 block, and there goes Stone Calendar. So now if we get Lesson Learned, which we actually can't, we could have gotten an upgrade. Hold on, you're hitting for 64. Unfortunately, I have to kill you. I suppose in theory I could evaluate, but do I really want to go that low? You know, we got meat on the bone. Is it worth it to get an upgrade to take like a buttload of damage? Let's take a buttload of damage. There we go, we upgraded to defend. Omniscience, Vault, Spirit Shield. Oh man, you know what I hate about this choice? I don't know what's the best one. But let's think. Omniscience can let you stack up a ton of weakness, immediately Wrath and Vulnerable. It could allow you to apply Reach Heaven or draw through Violence by just looking into your draw pile for it. You could double up on a Bowling Bash. Vault is a free turn, which is very good. And Spirit Shield is good block. But right now we still don't retain a lot of cards. Vault feels like the play, but Omniscience is absurdly powerful in the right deck. Like if you have a bad turn, you can always Vault out of it. But Omniscience into a halt when you're in Wrath, free turn in a turn-based game is a free turn, says Crusher. That's a very good point. And yet I still look at Omniscience and I think, what could we do with Omniscience? It's expensive. But it could be worth a ton. Like, what if you Omniscience talk to the hand? Vault is still very good. Man, this is a tough call. Like, here's in my head what I'm thinking. On the Heart fight, Vault is good for setup, but once you use it, it's gone. On room fights, Vault is nice because you can erupt and stay in that state and maybe get a kill. Omniscience might be better for the Heart fight because you could apply a bunch of weakness or a bunch of talk to the hands, or, you know, if we get another power or skill, we can do it twice. 2 max HP. We don't have a Diva form, but maybe we can get one. I'm gonna go Omniscience because I think the value is slightly higher. Now here, double potions. We never took Sozu, so double potions is acceptable. Removing 2 cards would be removing like a strike or a strike defend. Low value, but it does help the deck. Runic, we don't need Runic. Let's not worry about that. So we have another tough choice. If we get potions, and good potions, Sacred Bark is insanely good. It's probably worth more than a removal. I think we're gonna try Sacred Bark. We'll need to start getting more potions and hold on to them, but you know, that makes us a 40 damage fire potion. If we get a Dex, that's 4 Dex. If we get a Strength, that's 2 Strength. Double Artifact could be nice. I'm gonna take Sacred Bark. Bark, bark, bark. Excuse me. Dragon of Flame says, think of the healing potions. You could get some amazing healing potions. Hold on, I need to take a drink. Excuse me. We have to fight the Burning Elite still. So, that kind of limits our path to an extent. I would like to hit up question marks though. Put a skill from the draw pile into your hand. Well, we could do that with Omniscience. Transmutation could add upgraded colorless cards because if we get Master Reality, that'll work. I punch my microphone, but give me the secret technique. I don't expect this fight to be particularly difficult. Excuse me. Now what skill do we want? Honestly, I'm like indignation and just start smacking. Well, actually, indignation means that we could probably get a kill, but then we'll take a whole bunch of damage. What about, I mean, we could just get like a third eye, I suppose. That's like a, well, we already had a third eye, you idiot. I was gonna say, it's always a good idea. Well, yeah, but we already had one, so maybe not the best idea. Lesson learned is, unfortunately, gonna have to take a day off. I kind of like our turn coming up, I think. Burn. This is an interesting one. Fasting. Eruption. Halt. Indignation. Start hitting the spikers when we can, I suppose. If we get a lot of block, we can kill these guys pretty quickly. 18 damage, we'll just let the buffer take that, I think. So I will smack you. End turn. Get those dazes out of our draw pile. I'm surprised we drew so many of them so quickly. And here, we're just gonna stall at this point. We're gonna try to get back to lesson learned. This guy, he maxes out at 19. Really? No blocks? You've gotta be kidding me. He maxes out at 19 spikes. Are we, oh my lord. I guess we only had one block card. You know what? Get out of here. Crescendo, Reach Heaven, Flying Sleeves. An upgraded free Crescendo. Pretty decent. Colorful Shop. Yeah. I will pay for full service. Please take my strike and upgrade my Flurry of Blows. 1 Orb Walker. Mayhem Magnetism. That magnetism has been pretty fun. Omniscience. Dun 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 dun. What would we omniscience? Talk to the hand? Did this slightly incorrectly because we're not going to be playing magnetism, but I guess we weren't going to play it anyways. I wish I knew what we were drawing every turn, because then we could, you know, look at our hand, then pick the toolbox card, but you can't do that. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Honestly, we might be able to crescendo, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna hold on to Flying Sleeves. Do we have a lesson learned coming up? We do. Let's make sure that you're 1 hit away from death and then just wait for it. Oh, hey, a burn in the draw pile. Empty body, I'll take it. You know, a tranquility. Sure, you know, 1 of each, 1 crescendo, 1 tranquility. Why not? I'm worth it. Ooh, well, yeah, we have to fight 2 elites after this. We have 69 HP, we're in a good spot. 3 random attacks that cost 0 for 2 energy. Or panache to do how much damage? Oh my god, please get out of here. There we go. Deals 10 damage every 5 cards. I feel like that's not bad. This can't end well? Oh, it can end well. It's not going to end well here because we're going to not block all the damage, unfortunately, but... yeah, we're going to take 11 damage. That's a lot of damage. Omniscience. Talk to the hand. We have indignation and tranquility in hand. So if we're going to talk to the hand, we should indignation first. So it'd be indignation, talk to the hand, just lucky for more block, third eye scry. Reach Heaven would be 40 damage if we omniscience it. So it would actually be 30 damage. Sorry, it would be 60 damage with vulnerability, but it might hit the different targets. Hit the same unit twice. It's beautiful. It's panache. Dump it. Dump it. Okay. Gonna take 3 damage. It's not that bad. This is what we wanted. Need that fasting. Then Flurry, Crescendo, Flurry, Third Eye. Still not what we're looking for, but that's fine. Give me the Vigilance, Flurry, another Dex up. You're doing 31 damage. How annoying! But you know what? I think this is just a good turn to apply a little weakness. Buy me some time. There, why are you doing 23 damage? Seems weird. Certainly we have you. It's a lot of block. 28 damage. We have the energy for it. That was panache. Almost got the kill. Hey, you know what? We got it done. Now, Worship is kind of interesting because that's a good target for Omniscience. It'll just immediately put you into Divinity. 194 gold. I just wanted to come here for the heal, but in actuality, I think a Talk to the Hand is a good pick. And then for healing, double regen seems lovely. Mayhem, Enlightenment, Jack of the Trades. Honestly, give me Enlightenment. I think I realized that with cards like Omniscience, if you can make them cheap, you're gonna love life. And so now we just Omniscience, double Talk to the Hand. We get a ton of block now whenever we hit you. And if it takes us a little bit of time to get through the fight, so be it. Now, I wish that this turn wasn't gonna suck this much, but suppose if we can keep this buffer, it won't suck at all. Do we have Weave? We do have Weave. So I think we Crescendo, Flurry, give me a Strike, just lucky, Weave. What's 14 times 3? Is that 42? So we don't even need to exit state. However, next turn, you're intangible. So we'll do this and we'll gain a little bit of dex. We also put up 63 block, which is pretty sweet. So next turn we can hit hard. We need to be able to exit state. We have a Tranquility in hand, I suppose. I kind of like this, actually. Just dump the Ascender's Bane. I like it because if we scry, we'll get weave back, and if we change stances twice, we'll get 2 flurry of blows back. And with 4 energy, eruption, flying sleeve, strike, third eye, tranquility. Next turn. Block turn. Gaining a lot of decks, which is nice. There's our fasting finally. So, play it, hit you once, apply a little bit of weakness. Maybe we should have played Worship before we shuffled, but Worship is not here for divinity, it's here for omniscience. It's here to be a good omniscience target in case we need to hit hard. That's how I feel about it. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we kind of need to evaluate, insight. We don't really have a good attack target here, but like I guess we can do some additional damage, so we might as well. Play the Worship. You're dead, never mind. Overthinking it already. Second Omniscience makes the first one even better. I'm glad I have it. Things are going quite nicely so far. Oh my god, stop making the text appear on the screen. Gain block, random attacks from the draw pile into your hand, shuffle random attacks into your draw pile that costs 0 this combat. If we have excess energy, I actually think Metamorphosis is fine. Bowling Bash, Flying Sleeve, signature move. Yeah, I mean, if they're all free, what do I care? So Omniscience, talk to the hand is the draw that we want here. Which I think we're gonna be able to do. Omniscience, talk to the hand. That's insane block. So we want talk to the hand, we want talk to the hand. We already have enough block, beautiful. I think I'm happy with that upcoming draw. Yeah, very happy. So we're gonna crescendo, flurry, strike, flying sleeves, reach heaven, flying sleeves, sleeves. Put up 86 block. If we can do this to the heart, put up 10 block per attack, we're in a good spot. Also, hey, there's a signature move. We are weak on this turn, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay, now you're doing 60 damage. Can't say I enjoy seeing that. However, there you go. Screw you, buddy. If you can outscale Maw, you can outscale the heart. Except, well, I guess we scale block and we have a good talk to the hand target, but other than that, we don't really scale too much. And it's still taking us a little while to kill the Maw, although, you know, the run is still beautiful and we're doing a ton of damage and we love life. Damn it, I always forget about that. How many lesson learns have we missed out on because of that? Anyways, let's take the protect, I think. So we have 1 retain block. Big giant head is attacking. Panacea will block fasting. So in fact, we could double fasting on turn 1. Omniscience, fasting, talk to the hand with a Panacea. Yeah, like, this is pretty good. What did I click on? I clicked on Omniscience, I clicked on fasting. Now we need to click on talk to the hand. So we lose 1 energy per turn, but now we're 8 strength, 8 dex up. Have to imagine that's pretty good. instead of having 10, you know, talk to the hand, we only have 8, but, you know, pretty happy with that, gotta say. Have to also say, Toolbox has been pretty good. I'm glad I added that to this deck. That has been a very useful card. Okay, we are weak now, unfortunately. So let's make you vulnerable. Upgrade cards. Smack you for 37 times 2. We could Third Eye Scry if we really wanted to. Just to make sure that the next turn is going to be better. We only have 3 energy, but we got a lot of value. And actually the buffer is going to keep us alive here, so there's no reason to even play the buffer. Weave is there. Okay. So get rid of Weave. I got rid of the other 2 cards. You know, yeah, it's not always gonna go the way you want it to go, I suppose. 61 damage, 64 damage. There you go. Lesson learned, finally upgraded lesson learned. And Ornamental Fan is pretty good, and Just Lucky is still pretty good. Pantograph for 1 Writhe. Yes, please. I didn't take the key. No, we have the key already. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Let's gain strength. I thought I made a horrible mistake. Actually, we're pretty good. Tesseract. Add 1 card. Do we need Apotheosis? Most of the deck is upgraded. I would say we probably don't need it. I'll take a free block, though. Bit of a thicker deck than maybe we would like, but oh well. Dude, same thing, Panacea. Did not get an Omniscience, though. Still, we'll play it. Right, that does do 3 hits. I did forget about that. You need to get Tocted. Tocted? Honestly, you know, I'm just gonna make sure that you die. I would need to kill you next turn anyways, in all likelihood. I'll use 1 potion for that. I'll easily use 1 potion for that. We have no draw. So we're probably gonna take 9. Actually, take 0 if we do it like this, which is pretty good. We could play the Worship for the Miracle, but without omnisciencing it, I don't think it's worth playing right now. Man, unfortunately, I can't kill you on this turn. That kind of blows. So I suppose if we have nothing that can kill the dagger, we're just gonna accept that that's gonna hit us for 25, unfortunately. But we can hit you, put up some block. Should have probably played Master Reality first. It's gonna be a nasty turn. Really, I just needed, you know, another attack to kill the dagger, but we didn't get one, so oh well. If I play Tranquility, we'll get another flurry of blows, but we'll just play it next turn. Hasn't been the best draw. There's our Omniscience, so we can Omniscience, Fasting, talk to the hand. The extra value we would get from that would make the halt amazing, the wave of the hand would be pretty good, and we can tranquility at the end of the turn. So, omniscience, yeah. We're still gonna do this. Omniscience, omniscience. Although I suppose if I omniscience, omniscience, indignation through violence, they will both die. So let's just do that. Crescendo, halt, pressure points. Halt is pretty good. I don't know if we need 2 of them though. I don't even think we need another crescendo. You misordered just lucky and weave on turn. You're right! Wait, no. You might be right. I thought it was, wait, was it a flurry of blows in my hand on turn 1 or on turn 2, or was it a weave? Yeah, I may have misplayed it. You're right. It's, you know, live and learn. Hopefully we'll be okay. We got Pantograph. I do think I want another crescendo. The bomb, mayhem, and patience. I mean, this is actually a mayhem fight, because if we mayhem this guy and we get free attacks out of it, we're happy. Yeah, so we're gonna erupt first anyways. I hate that we're gonna take 2 damage and lose the buffer. I'd rather not, so I'm actually gonna play Liquid Memories and bring back a, does it bring back 1 card or 2 cards? 2 cards. And they're gonna be free though, so we'll just do it like this. I wanna keep the buffer in case we make a mistake. It could be worth like 80 HP, so that seems good to me. This was a block scry, so Flurry of Blows in the discard means that we could draw it with Vigilance and Crescendo on the next turn, and we have 3 attacks in hand. Omniscience next turn is perfectly fine. We probably don't need to protect. So we'll talk to the hand. Vigilance, Flurry, Reach Heaven. Next turn we can Crescendo. Empty Body. Beautiful. So Omniscience, Omniscience, Indignation. And then, I mean, we could Worship if we want, but I guess we just want Omniscience, Omniscience. Maybe we don't want to Omniscience twice. No, we definitely want to Indignation. Omniscience, Omniscience, and then surely we want to Indignation. And then we might as well get a card out of our draw pile that we don't want to see, like Wave of the Hand. Because we're certainly going to apply enough weakness that we don't need to ever see that card ever again. I love tossing the coin. Watching it do a lot of damage. Free strike. Take another free strike. Third eye. Dump. 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 We do have a lot of crescendos and tranquilities in hand, but I don't see that as a bad thing, because you can always combo it. Like crescendo, flurry of blows, tranquility, flurry of blows, crescendo, flurry of blows. You can always, like, you know, make something work with that, I feel. It's also a 53 block with the halt, which is really good. Also, look, I don't think I'm gonna kill you, but I'm certainly going to try. $121 block, we did 327 damage. I like it, I like it. Keep raising that max HP. I mean, how much health is the regen potion? At regen 5, it's 15 health. At regen 10, it is 55 HP, I think? Maybe 45. 55, yeah, I think it's 55 HP. That's insane. That's insanely great. It's great! We already have enough block too, that's amazing. Next turn we'll probably focus on defense. What does the last relic do? Oh, strike dummy. Cards containing strike deal 3 extra damage. So strikes, strike, strike, and windmill strike. At least in this deck. Okay, that's a lot of incoming damage. Let's block. Double omnisciences. I don't want to see 2 of them in my hand, so we'll keep one and dump the other. 43, 10, 20, 30, 40. How much damage is actually incoming? We gotta run the specific math here. 40, 48. There you go. So Omniscience could hit... Actually, not much, surprisingly. Could hit a Bowling Bash, I suppose. Like, we could Indignation, Omniscience, Bowling Bash. Actually, we don't even have the energy for that anymore because of the fasting. A little ruthless, don't you think? Well, this gives us enough block. I suppose we're just gonna have to... Well, no, we could Omniscience. Ah, but what is it worth omnisciencing? I hate to say it, but I kind of don't think it's a great idea. So let's just block and talk to the hand. And then end turn. $30 damage. Okay. All we gotta do is kill you. We're probably, well, I mean, we're certainly not gonna draw a lesson learned. Deck's too thick. So, I'm just gonna kill you. Tranquility, Indignation, signature move. I don't think we need any more of these. We have to recall. Don't misclick here. 64 plus 25 HP against the Awakened one. We don't really have too many powers, so I feel pretty good about this. Now, I also admit, Mind Blast seems kind of interesting because it could maybe kill one of the birds. And the birds are horrible. We are gonna lose the buffer. Unless we draw something. It's a draw 6 potion. I mean, in theory, we could draw something and hold on to the buffer, but I actually don't think it's necessary. I think we're okay letting it go. Omniscience. Well, Omniscience, talk to the hand is good. I would love it if you would die first, though. But it is still probably the best play. We just hope that the cultist doesn't take the talk to the hand hits. Just give me a talk, give me a walk. Good, he hit 3 of them, perfect. Can't say I'm particularly happy about the result of that, but you know what? Sure, why not? Okay. Master of Reality is probably worth playing. If we Tranquility, we'll draw an attack that we can probably use to kill him. Actually, yeah, if we Fasting Tranquility, we'll definitely kill him. Well, oh well. At least we still get 2, you know? It's still something. We need to play Fasting. We don't need to play Master of Reality, I'm realizing. That's something that we can save. So let's Tranquility, kill him, put up some block. We're taking a small hit, I'm not that worried. We'll heal to full before the elites, and we'll heal to full before the boss itself. As long as we have the block, we might as well just... I'll take 1 damage. We might as well just stay in this state, in our stance. Crescendo Indignation is kind of interesting here because we will be able to apply vulnerability. Will we be able to block enough, though? Yes, now that we have Wave of the Hand. That being said, there is no Tranquility coming, because we already played it. So doing that would be extremely risky. I think actually I would rather just go a little slower. You know, make this guy really weak for a long time. You know, his multi-hit is now pretty bad. It's 48 damage. Sorry, 24 damage. Half as much as what I thought it was. This stuff is fine in hand. Also about to get Stone Calendar. I don't want to draw through Reach Heaven. I want to play it on this turn. 17 block. Well, there you go. Eruption. So this is worth 34 block? That's good enough. We have a Vigilance and an Empty Body coming up, and we will play Third Eye and Just Lucky to get there. So, yeah, this is a Wave of the Hand. Eruption. What do we have coming up? Crescendo we can put in hand. Master Reality we don't want. Empty Body we want next turn. So we will play Insight to draw those. Because... extra dex. And you have 19 turns of weakness, which is pretty good. That's fine. So Empty Body is in our draw pile, so there it is. Do we have 3 attacks? No. But if we play him, we still, you know, do damage. I wouldn't mind getting another Insight into the draw pile, though, so that we can draw through bad turns. So maybe I'll just hit you once. I mean, we could strike again, but then we run the risk of not drawing the Vigilance. So, let's Empty Body. I think actually another Tranquility would have been nice. I'm trying to play this fight very slow. I know we can't do that against the heart, but you know, we're going to be gaining a little bit more strength during the campfire, and I hope that maybe we can get something from the shop that really kind of pushes us forward slightly more than we are right now. Crescendo. Flurry of Blows is in the draw pile, unfortunately. But if we Crescendo, we can through Violence for 50. Our hand is getting full. I'm just gonna get rid of the Worship then. It's a good card to draw a second time, so we should probably just get rid of it there. Vigilance, Third Eye. All right, this should be a good turn. Flurry, Lucky, Weave, Crescendo, Flurry, Insight, Violence, Strike. Beautiful. Now let's enter Calm State. Okay, things are going pretty well. 43 damage, and we do have to, yeah, we're gonna take a little hit here. We do have to get back to Wave of the Hand in order to apply a lot of weakness. We don't have any Talk to the Hands anymore, unfortunately. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, halt is also 15 block. It's pretty good. It's 40 block if we do it. You're currently doing 39 damage, so that's a lot. It's 78 damage. We'd have to be very careful about things. No, I think we stall with these. Add a through violence. Sin along, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hey yourself. We do have an empty body, so you know what? I really like the idea of Wrath, even though we don't have Flurry. $51. $51. And then empty body. We can always worship into divinity if we really want to. I think that was a good turn just to get rid of, you know, cards from our hand and whatnot. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Oh, I don't have the energy for the flying sleeves, that's fine. There's the void. Didn't draw it yet. Will draw it with insight. Look at that, 2 voids. And 27 damage. 37, 16, 12, and 13 block each from the Just Lucky. I mean, an eruption here is kind of interesting. It's kind of tempting. A worship is also tempting, but I don't think we need to worship. I think we're okay doing this. Right, should have played the weave, it's my bad. We can certainly kill you. Can we get a lesson learned? It's definitely a lethal turn, but I'm like, can we get a lesson learned? You're doing just under 60, so there's 75 block. You do heal every once in a while, I gotta be careful of that. I really don't want to kill you. I really don't want to kill you, but I will. 77 HP is pretty decent. Made it to the 4th act once again. Very happy about that one. I feel pretty happy with my play today overall in Spire. It's been pretty good. Yeah, we definitely need strength. We do have a curse to remove, but let's see what else is in the shop. So that's our full health heal. Apotheosis, I don't think we need it because a lot of our cards are upgraded anyways. Nunchuck is good, I think. I mean, we play a lot of attacks, especially when we get like a weave Flurry of Blows combo to get extra energy when we play fasting and need the energy. I'm kind of the opinion of why not. I think that's a good addition. Now we will still have Writhe in our deck, but I think the energy might be more important. Because we play a lot of attacks in theory. So, let's go fight these guys. Purity, Hand of Greed, and Patience. No attacks, draw 2, exhaust up to 3 cards, or just 1 attack. These guys have a lot of health, and turn 2 is gonna suck. They're gonna do 61 damage, so we have to be very cautious about that. This is a bad turn. This is a very bad turn. To get Wave of the Hand right now is awful. Hold on, I gotta read this long question. Recently bought a PS4, any games? I don't have a PS4, so I don't really know of any good games to take for it, unfortunately. I don't have a PS4. Gingerbread Cat says God of War. I heard that's pretty good. If we draw, what are we looking to accomplish here? Probably a lot of block, so let's pop that and draw 6 cards. Very worried about the future here, but let's start slow. Put up a lot of block. Omniscience, talk to the hand next turn is pretty dope. Probably don't want a strike, but we would want a bowling bash. This is also all of our energy on the next turn, but so maybe we just want a third eye. I guess we could Omniscience into block. Bowling bash would only hit twice. I think we maybe dump Bowling Bash. I'm scared of this fight. Burns go and discard. Yeah, Burns go and discard in Ascension 17. So unfortunately, we did get a talk to the hand, but we can still Omniscience. So Omniscience. We could Omniscience, worship, talk to the hand. We'd have a lot of energy, and then we could do additional damage with the talk to the hands. These guys are weak, they're not really doing that much. We could also just put up like a double protect, but we're not really doing much damage if we do that. I think we need to Omniscience, talk to the hand. The question is, what do we do after that? A worship just puts you immediately in divinity, and maybe you can do something with your extra energy, like talk to the hand, third eye. We do need more energy to be able to play more blocks on the turn. And we have fasting out there. So Omniscience. We could also just double protect. This turn is gonna... It's not the best turn. Okay, so they did split the talk to the hands. We have enough block, though. We got a little bit of dex out of it. If we just survive long enough, eventually we'll kill him with Stone Calendar anyways. If we lose buffer, it's not that bad. This is 30 block on its own. If we Tranquility, we will be able to pull back a Flurry of Blows, but we only have 1 Tranquility in the deck, so I don't want to spend it. If we play these and then turn around, we will be okay. So let's play these. Take no damage. Did like 30. We need to turn around again. There's both of our crescendos, by the way, just saying. Good to have them. But next turn we can, use one of the crescendos and then play a whole bunch of attacks to gain block. In fact, we could play Indignation now. This guy will do 24 damage, but with the strike and the Flurry of Blows, we'll gain 4 block, a defend. We'll gain 8 block. So we'll have 10. A defend will give us 14. That's 24. That should be perfect, although this guy might do slightly more damage than I anticipate, but it actually seemed to work out as expected. Look at that. And now we don't have to play Crescendo, because we've already played it. So we can just alt. Well, kind of a strange turn, isn't it? Because there's nothing else to do except, well, here's our blocks, so gained energy on the turn. Let's run the math. 24? Well, it's 12 times 6, 72 damage. So we will lose the buffer. If we crescendo Tranquility, we can get enough block. And then next turn we can let this buffer hit us. Okay, there's enough block. And now if we, don't turn around and we take 16, we're still at full, like, whatever. We gotta block the burns, but, just lucky. This is a bad draw, admittedly. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of the opinion of what if we just Indignation here? I don't think we're gonna get a kill. No, we should not do that. We should just hit. I forgot to play Weave first, unfortunately. Make that mistake every day. And just give me the Worship because we have the energy for it. So we're gonna take 16 damage, but we heal that back. And now no one's attacking, so this is our moment to shine. So I will crescendo. Now, unfortunately, I didn't draw. Thank you, Stone Calendar. I didn't draw enough attacks, but Stone Calendar gets us there anyways. Now, lesson learned is still coming in. So if we can, let's try. Nah, we gotta kill him. Which is still totally acceptable. Akabiko, your first attack deals 8 additional damage. Sure, why not? Windmill Strike. One retain attack that could get very powerful is kind of nice. Do we really want a 38th card? Whatever. Why not? Okay, Secret Weapon, Sadistic. Master of Strategy, probably Master of Strategy. Now, if we don't block, we'll lose buffer, so we're gonna block. What do we want to draw? This is what we want to draw. Omniscience next turn would be good, but if we play Master of Strategy and draw 3, we would prefer it to be Omniscience, Evaluate, Fasting. Can we play Fasting on this turn? No. So we're gonna leave Fasting in the draw pile so we draw it next turn and play it at the beginning of the combat. We're gonna Omniscience, talk to the hand here, which is the perfect play. Draw. Omniscience, talk to the hand, and now we gain block by just doing this. Oh my lord. Look at that. It's pretty good. It also did 45 damage on that turn, which is pretty sweet. Okay, 14 block automatically. You're putting up a lot of damage. If we Fasting, we can only really Third Eye, but we got the regen potion. I guess technically a strike is worth more. I suppose we'll just do both. We can't stop the buffer from being used, so we'll just accept that it's going the way of the dodo. We're not going to be playing Indignation anytime soon. 67 damage. Well, really wish we could do more here. We're gonna get hit a lot, so let's get that regen potion out. That's a lot of sustain. And now we can start maybe thinking about actually tossing up some attacks. Although we can't really enter Eruption right now. Although a halt is coming up shortly. I think what we're actually gonna do, attack first, you dummy, is just slow play it. We've got our setup complete. You're not weak, but that's fine. Weave and Flurry being in the draw pile sucks, but whatever. We are kind of going a little slow here, but I don't think it's really that bad of a situation. We did get extra energy from that. 24 damage or block? I think I just want the Windmill Strike to get as strong as possible, as quickly as possible. Okay. Still have the Weave in the draw pile, unfortunately, but we can Flurry. Just lucky. Dump the Weave. Weave. Crescendo. Flurry. Windmill Strike. How much damage is this? 120. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. Let's do that. Get ready for a Mantra turn. Now, we've only done like 300 damage in 6 turns, so we're halfway done with the fight, and we're like a quarter of the way done with him. So we do have to start picking up the pace a little bit. Stone Calendar is gonna go off, which is nice. If I play 4 attacks, I gain energy, but we're not playing 4 attacks. We really need that Indignation to come out, but we have Empty Body and Vigilance as our stance exiters, which is not good enough. Good, good, good. Good enough. I think we have a good upcoming turn. Yeah, I think next turn is gonna be okay. Doing 90 damage. I'm gonna be putting up a lot of block. Don't you worry. So, Wave of the Hand. Flurry. Worship. Flurry. Flying Sleeves. Protect. Hold Halt because we have Crescendo. He's half dead. Flurry. Crescendo. Indignation. We're gonna take a big hit. But I'm doing this with the belief that we're gonna try to kill him within 2 turns. Now, you're strong. You're quite strong. Not strong enough. Hey, you know what? 3 out of 4. Ain't bad. We failed the defect 16, but we succeeded at Ironclad, Silent, and Watcher 17s. Just slowing down, thinking about your picks, thinking about your aggression in particular. It makes a difference, man. It makes a difference. Well, I guess there were a couple of like mini losses in there, but still. Ironclad, Iron Chad, Silent Girl. There it is, that one right there. Defect, Watcher. Disposable account says this means you need to grind defect runs. Yes, you're not wrong. I do need to grind out some defect runs, but we'll worry about that in the future. How long was the run? EU 150. Look. 150. The Silent run was 111, and the Iron Chad was 115 too, but those were pretty easy runs, let's be honest. Reaper Limit Break. This was the hardest of the 3 that we won. But I'm proud of it. We had to go so freaking slow in the 2nd and the 3rd acts, but it paid off. Thinking about your turns and thinking about what you're adding to the deck, considering your options. Hey, you know what? If it takes 150 to do a run, but it's a victory, that's pretty good time efficiency, I would have to say, right? Let's freaking go. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch, for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire.